Hey guys, welcome back to Eastern Adventure. So we're in the kitchen today and we're going to talk about ceramic rods and sharpening with ceramic rods. So it's something that's not really covered as much on the internet, and I wanted to go over it. So sharpening is a skill that is very personal in my opinion. It can be as primitive and rudimentary as using a stone to sharpen. So, in the wild, if need be, and we didn't have anything to sharpen with, we can find a stone. A river stone usually works well, and different grits of river stone. Now you can see how flat this one is. This was one that I had found that was naturally split in half and was already pretty flat, and I had flattened it out some more on another stone. So works very well, and then a finer grit could really get this sharp. So we have the Falcon DC4, ceramic on one side, diamond on the other. This is very well known. I use this to take care of my axe in the field, and anything else, touch up my blades if need be. Is have a little bit on the back. I have a little bit of green compound. And then as far as sharpening my blades, everything I use currently here is on the table. So I use a edge-right system with sandpaper, varying grits of sandpaper, for all of my edges, and then leather strops or a leather strop, well, all leather strops with either compound. This is a flex cut gold. I use Bark River green and black as well. That's what's on this strop here. And this strop has Bark River CBN emulsion. So this is a 1600 micron, which is somewhere around 1000 grit. And here is a 4 micron, around 4000. I also have a 2 micron and a 0.5, which is on this strop here. Make sure you mark your strops, guys, using this, because you cannot tell the difference. Okay, so ceramic rod sharpening. What is this good for? What are the uses? For me, ceramic rod, guys, can be used anywhere, in the field, in the kitchen, anywhere. For me, I use it mainly in the kitchen. That's where we're at today, in the kitchen. We're gonna take this cheap kitchen knife. I put an edge on it with my 1x30 belt sander that we previewed on some earlier videos. And all we really wanna do, guys, is just take thin slices off the ceramic rod. Very, very lightly. I'm not putting any pressure at all. I found, for me, guys, sharpening, a light touch on everything seems to work better, for me at least. So I grip this very lightly. I kind of let the knife find the edge itself. I listen. I use my sight and my sense of hearing, and I just very lightly glide that across, taking off an imaginary thin layer off that ceramic rod. Alright, guys, and the results. Push cut. Caught a little bit there. The edges still need some refinement. Remember, guys, we went from a 120 grit belt on the belt sander and directly to refining it with this ceramic rod. So it's actually pretty darn good being able to push cut with that level of refinement. So very good, guys, very good. And I use that in the kitchen just like any other chef you would see, to keep my edge sharp at all times. And what this does, guys, is if you look down, a tip that I use for me when I'm looking at my knives and inspecting them for any blade damage is to look directly into the edge of the blade or the apex with a light source facing that, and if there is any damage, any rolls or anything, the light will reflect off that area and you will clearly be able to see where the damage is. Now what this ceramic rod does, same as a strop or sandpaper, anything else here, well, sandpaper, let's leave that out. Same as a strop, it's going to be realigning that metal on the edge that is rolled over or slightly chipped. And you can see we have a pretty nice edge on that cheap little kitchen knife now. Let's see if it'll shave. I got a bald spot here already, but it's shaving some, slightly. It still needs some refinement, but able to push cut with very thin magazine paper. Pretty impressive. So, alright guys, I just wanted to give you a quick look at another way that you can keep your blades sharp in the kitchen or in the field. It's a great tool, it's cheap. This one I have no idea where it came from, there's no name on it. It's your everyday typical kitchen ceramic sharpening rod. You can find these at flea markets, Goodwills, yard sales, just about anywhere for next to nothing. So, great tools. Keep your blades sharp in the kitchen and in the field. Alright guys, until next episode, stay sharp and we'll see you then.